All right, who wants to get us started with Dana?
Dana, Steve Bittenbender, Associated Press. You know, this team turned over a lot of a lot of players. It was only five. You're one of five that really saw action from last season. How much of a challenge has it been, to incorporate, Haley and Olivia and the rest of the newcomers into what you guys are doing as a team?
Well, like for me as a leader, I think just me being vocal, talking them through, walking them through, doing whatever I can to help because like you said, we have a special group. We have a lot of scorers. We have a lot of people that can do a lot of good things for this team. And I think that's what's going to make us great. Going to the hot hand, knowing who's hot, knowing who to get the ball to and where, I think as a point guard is for me to do. So I think we have a really good team and we showed it tonight.
Dana, hey, it's Jody Demling with Cardinal Authority. What did it feel like after everything you guys have been through, the mask, the protocols, all the since June 1st, to actually be at home and play in front of your fans again, albeit different than normal?
It felt so good. It felt so good being back at home. It's been a while. We still had a lot of fans to show up, which is a blessing during a pandemic. Like Coach Wall said, some schools are lucky to get that without a pandemic, and I think that's a blessing playing here. And I think getting the crowd into it was fun tonight.
Dana, this is Michelle Vopel with ESPN.com. Coach Walls was talking about the fact that you guys, at times, you may have opponents you don't have much time to scout because of everything that's gone on, and how good it is to have a senior like you. How do you think you can be, as a leader, kind of help everybody with that? Because you're going to have to be flexible and just kind of sometimes take things on the fly.
Well, that's why I'm hard on everybody, because I expect them to be able to catch on. We don't have much time to prep and do things like that. So during practice and when we're going over the rules and how to guard different action, that's why I'm making sure everybody's getting reps and watching and talking to them and walking them through, whether that's physically or whatever I need to do for this team. And just being that person that they can come to and ask anything to. Obviously, just being a great leader. I think that's my role for this team.
Is there also just an advantage in that you're instinctually, in some ways, you're going to have to rely, I think, as basketball players on instincts sometimes, when there's not as much time. And obviously that's something with all your experience. A lot of this is second nature for you.
Right. So I just tell them, if you're going to make a mistake, just make it going hard. Just play hard and just try to blow it plays up. If you don't know what's going on, just play hard and communicate. That's the biggest thing with this team. We got to make sure we continue to communicate and help each other out.
I just had one other for you. Just talking about Haley coming in with all the expectations. I mean, you know what that's like as a freshman. What have you thought about just her, her maturity factor as a young player with so many expectations on her?
I'm super excited for that girl. She's special. She showed it tonight. I think another thing for her that I love is her competitiveness, whether that's rebounding, scoring, getting people open shots. I mean, anything. She takes pride in defense. She doesn't like to get scored on. She's just an all-around competitor. And I'm looking forward to see what the future holds for her, because it's going to be really bright.
Thank you, Dana. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Dana, Steve Bittenbender again with the AP. Obviously there's a lot of focus, a lot of attention on Haley, but Olivia had a big game as well, and you've had a chance to play with some quality post players, quality inside players, but what do you see from Olivia, and what is she going to be able to do to help this team, not just this year but in the future in the program?
She's a presence down there. She gives a lot. Whether that's scoring, rebounding, toughness, she brings a lot to this team. And I think one of my favorite things that she's really good at, and people don't talk about it much, is her passing. She passes out of double teams. In practice, we see it so much of her skipping the ball, getting us open threes. And that's why we like to feed her, because she knows how to find the open man, and she will score through you. She goes through people, and she's a big dog down there, and she's been doing really good rebounding and just keeping the energy up.
Thanks.
Anything else for Dana?
Thanks, Dana.
Thank you, Dana.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.